Do you have a moment?
The war is calling for time. That does not mean we can no longer have things to do. We must reorganize our army as well as change our relations with other regions. I will need to lean on your strength now more than ever. Jump right on board.
What do you think?
We'll return to the capital soon. Yes, I am having time to go back to Bridget. It would be very happiness to bring you home. Show interest.
Let's see.
Ah.
The war has started, but the air in the capital remains rather cheery now. I suppose I can't imagine the possibility of losing, and why I have to think that way myself. No one ever knows what fate has in store. Why, what would happen if instead the Empire itself was suddenly invaded? In another world it is. Oh yeah, triumphant return, or maybe it's not quite triumphant enough for me to say that. Anyway, we're headed back, but my father has entered Aryan Road and is keeping an eye on the Kingdom Army. Duke Girth, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, has sent to Mirrodin in his place. He fights pretty well, right? Like, well enough he'll be able to hold it. Lawrence. The Imperial capital of Enbarr has existed since before the establishment of the Adrestian Empire. It's where St. Cyrillus first appeared to the world. You've been there before, yes? Were you able to appreciate the city's rich and storied history in all its glory? Ask for a tour. This will be my first time there, although I have been to the royal capital. Okay. Winheart. I'm surprised Edelgard would choose to return. I thought her type would be the type to continue to fight at any cost, but I'm quite glad to be proven wrong. Agree. It's always good for a leader to be flexible. I'd love it if she abandoned this war altogether, but it seems like that's a long shot. Raphael.
Got a minute?
All this talk about rethinking our strategy seems like it's more for the big brains at the top. In the meantime, I got some time off, but what am I supposed to do in the capital? You got any ideas? Eating a lot. Sounds like a good idea to me. There are so many leaders our age in Her Majesty's personal army, it's great, and I'm going to prove myself to be the best. Okay. Ash? I'm glad Natsu made it out safely, but we killed Ingrid. I can't ever go back by. There's no place left for me in Fargus. Whatever part of me that was a knight is dead. Oh, I'm sorry, Ash. Lysithea? So long as your faith remains unbothered, I trust that no is coming to pass. However, common sense simply does not apply to these people. And we cannot ever know how or when they might make an appearance. Please don't let your guard down, even in Enbarr. Also, this may be overly cautious of me, but beware of Hubert. I don't think the man entirely trusts you. I'm a member of the Kingdom's House of Ludair, but I spearheaded our support for the Empire, but during my subsequent discord, the Kingdom's army ended up marching south. In the end, the regions north of Count Rose territory once more sided with the King. Since I cleared danger to myself in such an arrangement, I fled to the Empire. Hearing Her Majesty say what she only makes me feel all the more inadequate, but I will never, ever let such a thing happen again. You agree with me on this? I might. Are you familiar with the weapons associated with the saints, such as the Spear of Fassal used by Saint Chicol? And of course, there's also Saint Thithleid's Cauticus Staff. The Central Truth controls the majority of these sacred items, but there are no small number whose whereabouts have been lost to time. Before the war, we searched for the weapons and had lost and came upon the action used by Her Majesty. Ignatz.
Do you have a moment?
There are lots of historic buildings that still stand in Enbarr, and with the battle on hold, I'm happy to take a nice stroll around.
Well, you see.
Would you two want to welcome me in the city? I'll go if Marianne does. I'm not quite sure how to take that, actually. What do you say, Marianne? Bernadetta? It's so exciting to be heading back to the capital after so long, and since my father's at Garrett I don't have to see him. Maybe I can actually relax. Ask about her mother. I've heard plenty of things about your old man, but now worry about your mom. My mother is a civil official who still works in the Imperial capital. She has a ton of useful skills, and people say she's an intelligent, accomplished lady, not like me at all.
What can I do for you?
I've come from Enbarr to welcome you and give you congratulations for the many battles you have weathered. I must say you have proven to be a grand success in Her Majesty. Certainly doesn't have a keen eye for talent. True, there does have to be a few stalemates, but there can be no doubt the Empire will emerge the ultimate victor in this war. Hey! Count Havering. Though it's rather lacking in reliability, I heard its whispers that an attempt on Her Majesty's life is currently in the works. Just in case I brought along soldiers to meet her, though I admit my worry may be unfounded. approve.
You sure?
Better safe than sorry, especially when we're not even inside the city yet. After all, best time to attack is just before the enemy thinks they're home free. That's when their guard is the lowest.
Unexpected.
Wise words, I'm rather shocked. Hubert. I have my regrets about this campaign, but at the same time I believe I've done all I could.
Right.
I have seen a path that will lead the Empire ruling Svodland and opening the way to a better future. Do you think so? We were forced into a stalemate with the Alliance, and the fight in the kingdom is at a standstill. And the Shinto Church is alive and well. Many challenges still lie ahead on the path to victory. I agree with Hubert.
Let's see.
I think Hubert's right. When I think of what we have left to do, it's hard to feel terribly optimistic. I agree with Hubert, for real. Anna?
So here's my pitch.
Enbarr's been around a lot longer than Garrick Mock. Of course, the Imperial Palace and strong until it didn't exist in the old days. But the townhouse is one of the largest markets in Fodland. Every merchant dreams of making it big there.
Hello there.
I'm gonna
Is
take
that the
these.
Thanks a bunch.
Speaking of Enbarr, that reminds me. I haven't been there since I infiltrated the black market to get Verge of Mush tea back after it was stolen from my mother's hometown. Siri, you remember. Wait, I heard about that. So the big guy picking fights was you all along? Nope, must have been someone else. Yeah, right. Dorothea?
Got a set?
It's been a while since I felt this kind of atmosphere. Is this what soldiers mean when they speak of the calm after the battle? We had some sad farewells and a lot of pain, but I suppose we must try to be happy that we're alive and able to return home. The Middle Frank Opera Company has been tasked with providing performances as a way to thank the Imperial Army. As a formerly featured sorceress, perhaps I could do more to show my own appreciation for all your efforts. Sure. Come by the infirmary later and I'll sing a song. Okay. Yuritsa? Returning now, Hatias. Had we kept fighting, I may have enjoyed myself. We want to return to the front. You want to head back to the front? I'm sure Edelgard would send you back to Vest.
Hear me out.
I can let my hair down for the first time in a while. Same for you, yeah? We could all end up dead in the next battle, so we better spend our lives while we can. Constance?
It's all
Returning to the
hopeless.
capital means returning to the Imperial Palace. I wonder if there's truly a place for me there. It will mean suffering at the hands of daughters of nobles my family once mingled with. Well, since the nobility seems to hold little love for you, perhaps you will act as my shield? Sure.
By the way,
I rather like the church in the capital. It's quite old, but possessed of a platinum atmosphere. 1,000 years ago, St. Seros appeared in Enbarr and guided the founding of Adestria. She also built Garrick Mock, though in the end she left the Empire entirely. Given such a history, I believe the Church of Seros ought to be protecting the people of Adestria even now, and yet... Happy?
Listen up.
This will be my first time in Enbarr. It's the biggest city in Fodland, yeah? Whenever there are too many people around, I tend to freeze up. It might not be a good idea to head to the busiest city around. I mean, if I let a sigh slip. Don't dig any deeper. Yeah, still, if you need a hand with something, just let me know. Mercedes? Is it really alright I came to Enbarr? I'm certainly not glad to be alongside her, but no, it's nothing. I chose to walk away from everyone, now I have no other options. Randolph?
Yes.
Fleisch and I have been allowed to return to the Imperial capital and see our family for the first time.
Way to go.
Plus we succeeded in protecting our iron road so we can go back with our heads held high. You helped us so many times, Shez, thank you. You were amazing, I hope we can work together someday. Keep my fingers crossed. Arval? I suppose one's hometown will always hold a significant place in the heart. There's a wide range of emotions coursing through you right now. From instance, I'm a bridled sense of freedom to a feeling of relief. I cannot wrap my head around why you don't want to fight the Ashen Demon, though. Yeah, no, I don't want to fight him.
Hey there.
Randolph is the son of the previous Count Burgley's second wife, who's caused much familiar strife. I wonder what Caspar and the others think of a man like that being welcomed as leader, but taking to excess I fear will invite backlash, though perhaps this conversation is lost on you, seeing as you are a beneficiary yourself. Damn. Fucking savage.
nothing to report. Greetings, friend.
Hey, Gatekeeper. Although since we're heading back to Enbarr for the first time in a bit, I'd sure like to see my family. I mean, think about it. So long as we're caught up in all this fight, there's no telling one of us might have to leave home for the last time.
Allow me to assist. Let me know if I may be of further
Oh.
service.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
There's only one. Yeah, go back to camp.
Make sure you're ready.
Which battle do you wish to reflect on?
The Maiden's Peril. Let's do Triumph of Valor first. Assembly. We're not persuading anybody this time. Imperial Holy Blessing. Anti-axe training.
Another day, another stage for the future that's yet to come.
Alright, let me save. We got this. What's the timer on this? 17 minutes? I can do this.
Countberg. Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn to begin.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Begin. The Skies Please controls the stronghold in the center of the flame, but the enemy has been completely cut off from aid. Our goal is to break the siege so he and his troops can evacuate.
Marianne.
I stand with my friends and will not permit you to pass.
So much for securing a surrender before reinforcements arrive. Well, you all know what to do. Engage.
Raphael Kirsten.
To show what my muscles can do. Now, who wants to be first?
The enemy.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
It's Bernie's time to shine.
Sure, right then. Let us go to work.
Oh, if I must. Leave this.
There's no time for the delicate approach. Let's tear into him from all sides.
No victory this day if we do not rescue both Burgleys and his troops.
The enemy's stronghold will be ours.
We'll have these defenses crippled in short order.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Though I am reluctant to do this, I can see no other choice.
Let's take this place down. I need somewhere to hide.
I got this.
This is rough. My body's crying out for a break.
Out of the way! You're done!
Sorry, Raphael.
I'm sorry. I did what I could.
What a level up.
It's Bernie's time! It's Bernie's time!
Sure, begin. The Sky Spirit.
Oh, if I not leave this.
Not a problem.
Hey, swapping in.
Her Majesty comes to rescue us. I know your spirits are weary, but rekindle them now with whatever spark of hope remains in your soul.
What does it matter if I die?
Sorry, Marianne.
I have no regrets. I'll be with the goddess soon. I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
So, sure.
Right then. Let us go.
Here I go.
I have this. Marianne, no! How could you?
We have broken through. Continue pushing.
We must secure an exit for our allies. Taking down those strongholds will drive a wedge into their siege. There are 2 strongholds. We must deploy our forces with cleverness.
So, sure.
Right then. Let's.
Here I go. They must learn who they're up against.
Oh, if I not leave this.
Begin. The Sky...
Not a problem. I've got.
It's Bernie's time.
I'm taking both.
Hilda Valentine Gonrel.
I really need to hold this line. So why don't you just leave and we'll call it a day?
Lysithea.
All right, here they come. But I came here to fight, and I won't back down.
We'll have these defenses crippled in short order.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
I got it.
I surrender. And as it was my...
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
So, sure.
Right then. Let us go to work.
I will gladly hand my choice alone to be here. I ask you not to take action against my parents.
Lysithea surrendered.
Then it's a good thing I'm not the type to punish people for such trivial reasons. Our allies are nearly within reach. Clear out the enemy soldiers in those strongholds.
A detachment of white mages stands ready to mend our wounded I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Take a breather.
Heal Count Bergliez's forces. Pay attention now.
But it does my heart good to see you. Pray, take care of my troops. I'm humbled you came for me personally, Your Majesty.
You can thank me once we're clear of this place. Now ready your troops for retreat.
I can't mess this up. Not when everyone's counting on me.
You just did.
Not a problem. I've got it.
Begin. The Sky Spear.
It's Bernie's time to sure.
Oh, if I must.
Get out of there, Hilda. We can't lose you.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
Begin. The Sky. Watch this.
Now, if they'll just be kind enough to let us escape this way.
The siege is coming apart at the seams. Deploy the reinforcements. Fill those gaps.
I yield to no one. Get out of my way.
They're trying to shore up areas where we've thinned their ranks. Don't let that happen.
So, what should I be doing? Sure, let's try it.
Right then. Let us go to work.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn.
I have this.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
I'm just gonna eliminate this base captain so I have something to use later.
We'll have these defenses crippled in short.
I will gladly handle this.
Not a problem.
Order. All right, you asked for it. Target their strongholds and crush their reinforcements.
Uh-oh.
They've got catapults. We have to stop them.
This stronghold will fall.
No distractions. You will not pass me. I have it. This is the end. I will gladly handle this.
Take a breather.
I got it.
You're
So, I don't want to panic anyone, but they're still hurling boulders at us.
good. They're wide open. Push through. You must reach Count Berkeley's. Not a problem. I've got.
I'm swapping in.
I fight with. Let us bring this stronghold down efficiently.
I need you
Here
to.
I go. No mistakes. They must.
I will gladly handle this. Or
Well, that was a delay.
Where are the other two?
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's right then.
Right? Maybe we can stop and rest for a few here?
siege is broken, men.
Begin.
Your
I'll
courage
take
and
over.
perseverance have been rewarded.
The way is open. Move as one and defend the Count and his soldiers as we go.
You think I'm just gonna let you slink out of here? I'm already 2 steps ahead. Looks like we're up.
Oh God.
Cut off our escape and... Look who's with us.
We won't put a dent in Gerald's company with the numbers he has. I vote we crush Claude's main position instead.
It would indeed catch him by surprise. Do we flank from the left?
Either way, let's choose a path and clear out anyone foolish enough to stand before us.
The Count's soldiers we saved could be of great use if we place them under his command.
Burgley's onslaught.
With this many troops, I can finally turn the tide. Time to wipe the spot.
Not a problem.
Have a grin off that Alliance kid's face.
So much for choosing which side to flank. It seems we must follow the Count's lead.
Got him.
He has given us a chance to escape. Rush the enemy and smash the Alliance to splinters.
I hope the Count isn't doing what I think he's doing. Everyone, stay with me.
Wait, what? They're going the wrong way.
It's surprising me to see you among the ranks of these rescuers.
Do not be having the wrong idea. I am helping the Empire, not you.
No Burgundies goes a long way.
Let's go. Level 35.
For the faith,
Around?
here I go. No mistakes. They must learn.
I will gladly handle this. Orders
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
We smash through and make our own
my
path.
turn.
Is he nuts? That's not even a proper path. Is he just coming straight for us?
This strategy makes no sense at all. Which is exactly why I think it may work.
Let's bring the stronghold down efficiently.
I'm bringing it down. We're nearly clear of the battlefield. Just one more potion. Oh
It won't do to have you slip our grasp now.
Oh, I appeared.
no! Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over.
It's Bernie's time to shine.
Oh, if I must leave this.
It's.
All right.
Hope this goes okay.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'll take
Anything
over.
for Lady
The
Enbarr.
Action Demon. Clever of Claude to keep this little surprise for the moment it matter most.
I'll handle the mercenary. The rest of you press on. Don't stop, no matter what.
I got this.
I will all
You'll never get a better crack at the Alliance's leadership, your men.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Majesty, hit them with all you have. Leave nothing on the battlefield.
Count Burgleys is keeping the Ashen Demon busy, which means now is our chance to strike at Claude. To no one. Get out of my way.
Sorry to cut your escape short, friends.
You're attacking the main position, but that's not...
Claude's here. Claude Von Regan.
The battle's lost if they've made it this far. But maybe I can still take out an officer or two.
I go. No mistake. Here I go. They must learn who they're...
Not a problem. I've got this.
It's Birdie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes okay.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
Right then. Let us go to it. Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
My turn?
Is it my turn? I'll take over.
I'm ready.
They're avoiding us entirely and attacking the main position instead. Looks like someone over there has half a brain after all.
Let us bring this stronghold down efficiently.
Bringing it down. Lord, can't you just play nice until I achieve what I set out to do?
Funny. I was gonna ask you that. But I'm guessing the answer's the same for both of us. Is that all you got?
I fight with all I have.
Not bad. He's got me cornered. Better think fast.
Your punishment.
Is that all you got?
Got him. Yes!
I will gladly handle this. Orders?
Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against.
That's all I can take. Let's see if our new mercenary friend is worth all that gold.
I must be getting old. Enough! I'm falling back.
You handle things over there. We'll hunt down the Imperials who escaped.
Perfect.
Your punishment. This is the end.
We have reinforcements watching the escape route. Lord Gerald's mercenaries at bay.
This is the end. I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
My turn?
Hey, swapping in.
Come on.
Just leaves the action deep. We're close to the finish now. So let's take whatever time we need and do this right. Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over.
Not a problem.
Watch this.
I clashed with Count Burgley's at...
Shadow slide.
Left the demon weary. This could be our best chance to crush that pest for good.
Out of the way!
The enemy's stronghold will be ours.
Witness my truth. How many times have we fought them? Either way, this will be the last. You're right about that. I'm not letting you leave here alive, action demon! Witness my power! Here it comes! Out of the way! You're done! No escape!
Right then. Let us go to work.
Begin. The Sky.
I think I got this.
So, what? Sure, let's...
It's Birdie's time to shine.
The Enbarr has grown strong.
Oh, wait.
Oh, if I must. I... We'll have these defenses crippled in short order.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Anything for Lady Enbarr.
We might actually have to work for this one.
We finally got that menace on the ropes. We can win this.
Oh.
I'm unstoppable.
Since you're doing so well, maybe it's okay for me to take it easy a little bit?
I got him. Oh. That's your leveled.
War feeds my body. I can't fall here.
Got him. I've seen this cutscene before. Skip it.
I'm sorry, Claude.
Did I meet the time limit? I don't think I did. Oh, okay, I did it. Yep, I'm good at the game.
I'll use this strength to perform mighty deeds.
Have to be strong to survive, I guess. All of my...
Money, that's exactly what I wanted. Return to camp for now. An award?
Well, how'd it go?
Owl feather.
Any result's a good result.
That wasn't so bad. What's the new support combo? Shez and Lawrence and Hubert and Caspar. Let's do Hubert and Caspar. There's one we don't see too often.
Lord Hubert, we've located what appears to be an enemy scouting party in the forest near our base.
Oh no,
This
dude.
is certainly a matter of concern. You will need to make immediate preparations to...
But the one who located them was... Caspar.
Ah, I see. Then what of our casualties? Also, did we manage to capture any of the enemy?
We've 3 lightly wounded, including Caspar. And I fear none were taken alive.
I suppose such things are wont to occur when charging headlong into the fray.
Hey, Hubert, did you hear how I cleared out a few enemy spies?
I did indeed. And on top of getting several people injured, you failed to capture any of said spies. Had you first called for reinforcements before leaping into action, that could have been avoided.
And what if they'd gotten away while we waited? Also, didn't you say it was fine when my old man did the same thing before?
Reinforcements would be nothing but a hindrance to Count Burgley's. If he could not handle something himself, additional soldiers would do nothing more. Besides, he would not have suffered even the slightest injury in the process.
Hey, I'm barely scratched. Ah, forget it. I'll win your respect next time for sure.
Why do you ever insist on hurling yourself into danger at every opportunity? Clearly, some of the reason lies in your desire for military accolades, and yet...
Because he feels the need to prove himself. That's literally it.
Incident, for example.
Blame his upbringing.
Had you summoned reinforcements, you would likely have received more plaudits for it. The capture of an enemy spy would have been a nice feather in your cap, as would coming home with fewer injured comrades.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All I can say is that my gut told me to attack and I listened. And it wasn't a terrible result, so what's the problem?
The problem is whether or not your gut continues to avail you.
It
If
doesn't.
this instinct of yours is wrong, even a single time, you will find a mound of dirt over your head.
Don't talk like that, Hubert. I might be aggressive, but I'm not angling to end up dead.
Your untimely demise would make trouble for me as well. Why, just think of the critical military manpower I would be sacrificing. Yet, at the same time, you and your gut mucking up carefully laid plans is cause for no less chagrin.
Like, exactly.
Ah, you think too much, you know that? I mean, if you want to make a name for yourself on the battlefield, you kinda have to accept the risk of death.
He's right.
I made the choice to distinguish myself in war in spite of that. But hey, you know what? If you think I'm gonna kick the bucket, go ahead and work that into your plans.
Damn, you really said,
I know I'm
fine,
not
do it,
critical
pussy.
Military manpower or whatever it was you said, but sometimes you've got to win whether you have that manpower or not. Like I said, I'm not aiming to get myself killed, but I also know there are no guarantees in battle. Anyway, I figure that's got to be the best way to make sure I don't end up being a burden for you. Oh, it's time for training. Gotta run, Hubert.
Placing your fate into my hands, are you? They say it is a fine line that separates the saint from the buffoon. How right they are.
Sweet. What's this other support combo? Shez and Lawrence.
I was wondering who it was. What fortuitous timing.
Did you need me for something?
Nothing in particular. I was simply thinking of having a little chat with you. Please, do relax.
But I already am relaxed.
I've heard your background is quite the mystery, and what's more, that you possess some sort of unknown power. It's certainly a bold decision for Her Majesty to put someone like that in charge of frontline forces.
I don't know if there's anything bold about it.
I just felt like it.
It seems you do not understand your unique position then. Typically, wars among regions are fought between nobles and the knights in their servitude. But you are no knight, merely a mercenary who commands soldiers in fealty to nobody at all.
Maybe so, but all my orders come straight from the Emperor herself. What's the problem?
There is no problem, per se. You excel at what you do and fight with true valor. However, protecting one's people during wartime has always been the nobility's responsibility, and theirs alone. Some nobles may feel insulted that they have to rely on a simple mercenary of unknown origin.
Seriously? But nobles are usually the ones hiring mercenaries in the first place.
On the other hand, it is true that Her Majesty has actively appointed commanders of common birth of late. This
Hell yeah.
strategy has proven effective in shoring up our ever-dwindling resources. And of course, the nobles have no choice but to obey Her Majesty. Which means there should be no particular reason for anyone to resent you.
Didn't you just say they might feel insulted? If nobody's getting all hot under the armor about it, then there's no problem, right?
That said, this does not change the fact that a noble's obligation is to protect the common folk. Though your exact origins remain unclear, you undoubtedly fall into the commoner category as it stands. Therefore, you are entitled to all the protection a noble is compelled to provide. Simply say the word if you ever require my assistance.
Sure.
Of course, Lawrence. You'll be the first person I go to. Capable guy like you has plenty of sway with the other nobles, after all. You know, at first I thought you were just coming to complain, but you were actually trying to be nice.
Me? Nice? To you? Oh my, you are funny. Allow me to explain. I am the heir to House Gloucester, a noble among noble. My offer of aid was not an act of kindness. It was a means to inform you of your place in this society. You would do well to remember the order of things here in Fodlan.
So, you just came to tell me?
Most certainly not. Do you really think me that small-minded?
Yes.
I've acknowledged your skills, and all I ask in return is that you act
Not really, no. I mean, we're at war, and you're seriously telling me I need
Exactly.
to worry about how nobles and commoners are supposed to act? In any case, my job as a mercenary is to fight. Simple as that. You're wasting your time if you're gonna get all bent out of shape about me.
I am not getting...
Haha, you are getting bent out of shape.
We shall continue...
Bent out of shape. Not really much to do on this set of maps.
My instruction comes at a high price.
What a fascinating power.
I imagine this will serve me well.
This is quite fascinating.
Hey, anything that makes me stronger.
Not that there's any point in me getting strong. Yeah, look at that.
A new power is now being mine. One step at a time.
Don't neglect your daily studies.
There's training. I'm gonna go train.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I need Monica to acquire a new class. Bishop.
My love.
No, don't change class though. Alright, let's train.
So I am to train...
You don't have... Whew. Let us take a breather. Not that
Table
there's any
turner.
point in- Who
Spike.
knew
Begin training again.
I make more progress with you around.
Apex Tome. Thief's Wisdom, Ice Blade. Okay.
Time to work you into shape.
Train.
I am sure you...
Stronger than you. Where one struggles, two often prevail.
Dark Mage's Wisdom. Provoke Finesse Blade. D Faith. Okay. Reason level 2. Go ahead and train again.
Well, that was a chore.
Apex Lance, Tempest Lance, Wyvern Rider's Wisdom, Stormblade, Warrior's Wisdom, Heal, I need to acquire a class.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Wait, who do I have to do it for again? I already forgot. My brain is fried. Ferdinand. It was Ferdinand. Start learning stuff from Armor Knight.
Gaze upon.
Don't change class though. Armor Knight. I need Bernadette to get a new class too. Paladin, I guess.
I just want.
Change genus? No, don't change class. Now train.
I make more progress with you around.
Rebellious Spirit D. C plus bow. Faith level 3.
Who
Wow.
knew this
Okay.
power slept within?
Time to work you into shape.
Yeah, let's go.
We must work together and improve.
Sword prowess, grounder, despoil. Trust.
Time to work. Can't wait to see how you do.
Oh shoot, I should probably level some people up.
Time to work you into shape. I want to do. I'm making.
Alright.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
War map. What is this paralogue? Unsettling truths. The attack of a group of mercenaries turned bandits sheds light on the truth behind the tragic death of Raphael's parents. An incident that has long weighed on Ignaz's mind.
Ignaz Victor reporting, Your Excellency. Yes, come in. Greetings, Your Excellency. I think you're supposed to say, forgive my intrusion. Right, yes. Forgive me, Your Excellency. Listen, Ignaz, I may have a title now, but you and I are still friends as we have always been. All this formality is starting to make my skin crawl. Please, just treat me the same as ever you have. Oh, right. Of course. Anyway, what do you need?
You've no doubt heard about the bandits who appeared in Gloucester, yes? The ones who were supposedly former mercenaries.
They've been around for a while.
Yes. My men have been searching for their base for some time now, and I believe they have finally located. I took the opportunity to look into the provenance of these bandits anew. It seems they were indeed a mercenary band. One in the employ of my father. For some reason, they have abandoned the sellsword life and fallen into banditry.
But why would they do that?
I do not know. I attempted to discuss it with my father, but his only concern at present is finding me a proper spouse. When I ask, he evades me and changes the subject.
Yes. That's quite the conundrum.
Regardless, I cannot ignore these bandits, especially if my father had something to do with them. Thusly, I have decided to deal with them myself, and I was hoping you might join me.
Of course. I'm a knight of House Gloucester, after all.
Good. Oh, and as it would be a rather tall...
Hey, Lawrence. I came as soon as I could.
Just once, I wish one of my acquaintances could split the difference between absurd formality and dire nonchalance. I am a count now, you know.
Wait, so are we not friends because you're a count?
No. What I meant...
Look, enough with the titles. I'm a busy man, so let's get moving already.
Exactly.
Have you know, a noble is nothing without their... Never mind. I asked you here because I need your help dealing with bandits in my territory.
That's it? Well, sure. I'm happy to help.
That was easy. I suppose it does indeed pay to have some true friends in one's corner.
Sure does. Besides, if just you and Ignatz try to do it, you're gonna get kicked into next moon.
Have you ever considered not saying the first thing that pops into your... Also, these are not some run-of-the-mill ruffians.
Right, the old mercenary to bandit career path.
They have some connections to my father as well.
You got it, boss.
I am not certain I follow your logic. Now then, we will depart as...
I'll take my payment in meat, please.
I shall tell the kitchen to prepare a ham.
The band of thieves are routed. Any allies are routed. 10 minutes. I can do this. I need a battalion. And better weapons too. Use these. Actually, use the silver gauntlets I have. I know I have a better bow you can use. Maybe I don't, but... There, 10 minutes? 10 minutes. It's a short chapter.
Hear me well, you... Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
I think this will... I'm prepared to see this through.
All right. There's...
Fell brigands. I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, stand in judgment before you.
So, not to be a jerk, but when you stand up and scream your name like that, it prevents us from launching any kind of sneak attack.
Gloucester has no need of such dishonest trickery. If our foe is asleep, we kick out their pillow before the battle begins. Firstly, let us deal with the bandits outside the base. I shall not permit you to wreak any more havoc within my borders.
Let's do this. Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Alright, here I go! Say, Lawrence, why don't you hang back and let us handle this?
Do not coddle.
Alright, here I go!
I am more than capable of holding my own against this pack of curs.
Now that I think of it, we're near the place where Claude's grandfather met his aunt, aren't we?
Indeed, I think you are correct. Could this group perchance have some connection to that most unfortunate incident?
I think this will go well.
You yourself are a former mercenary, yes? Pray point out everyone you recognize.
You do realize that not every mercenary knows each other, right?
That is enough for the soldiers outside. Let us proceed to attacking the base. By the good name of Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, you...
Not a problem. I've got this.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Alright, here I go! There's nothing these muscles can't do!
Now it is my turn. Foul marauders shall terrorize my subjects no longer!
Gloucester, let's get out of here before we get
Now it is my turn.
beaten to a pulp again!
Whoa.
If we let these folks go, they'll just cause more trouble somewhere else! Let's track them down! Okay, time to attack!
Whoa, 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 don't let him get away. Raphael, what the fuck?
Not a problem.
It's my turn! My mother and father died not too far from here. That was a long time ago now.
They were merchants, yes?
Yeah, they were traveling with the old Duke Regan and got attacked by monsters.
Oh my god.
This stronghold will fall!
Alright, here I go!
I'll take your spot.
During the period when my father employed these mercenaries, monster attacks were a rather common occurrence in this region. And these monsters took the lives of both the former Duke Regan and Raphael's friends.
I think this will go well.
Pay attention, Lawrence! You keep staring off into space. Some bandit's gonna run up and conk you on the head.
Yes, of course. I must focus on the battle at hand.
Okay, time to attack. Alright.
Now it is my turn.
Should be all.
Turn?
We can't get up the front! Let's cut around back!
There's something strange about the enemy's current movements. Perhaps they have another escape.
Not a problem.
A brute in mind?
Now, charge and attack. Now, let us bring it down. Now it is my turn. There is not a problem.
All right, here I go.
They're trying to get out the back way. After them.
No escape.
Keep your eyes on me.
Let's take a breather. All right, here I go. It's funny how you're like a real knight now, Ignatz. You used to be so scrawny.
I think everyone looks scrawny compared to you, Ruff.
All right, here I go.
Well, I'll take your spot. We stopped them.
You? The Count? Where's your father, you little brat?
Retired. I am the Count of Gloucester now.
Don't say. Well, in that case, I'll have to take my revenge on you instead.
Oh, come on.
He seeks vengeance against my father. Whatever was driving these people?
All right, here I go. There's nothing.
Not a problem. I've got it. Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do. I'll defeat you! What do you think of this? I think this will go well. My turn at last.
I got it.
Now it is my turn. Take a breather. I am troubled by this development. But as the ruler of this domain, I must do my duty and eliminate these bandits.
Oh, come on.
This is awful. We have to do something.
All right, here I go. There's nothing these muscles can't do.
Keep your eyes up. None shall surpass me. My turn. Not a problem.
Shadow slide.
Not a problem.
All right,
Say,
here I go.
Raphael?
I'll take your spot. Keep quiet and fight, Ignatz. You guys are serious business.
This stronghold will fall.
I think this will go well.
Where's the heal potion? Don't tell me there isn't one right there.
I'm go.
None shall surpass me.
Now it is my turn.
My turn. It's my. Keep your eyes on me.
I think this will go well.
My turn. Take a breather. Here it comes.
Got him.
You're done. Not a problem.
Got him.
Not a problem.
Splendid. We have the advantage.
Gotta be ready for anything.
I got this.
All right, there's.
I'll take your spot.
Got him.
Ain't you traitorous nobles tired of beating us up yet?
Oh, the salt.
My turn. Take a breather.
Wait, you claim my father betrayed you?
Used us and threw us away like trash, he did. He tried to make us disappear so as to sweep it under the rug.
Accept your defeat.
I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, right. Pretty good for a scrawny merc.
I got him.
Still in the fight.
No, you're not. You're done.
You're
We did it, Reddit.
Just kill me and be done with it already. At least that way it'll finally be over.
I would speak with you yet. I need to understand what has transpired here. We did it. We won.
There's no way I did that in another 10 minutes.
Meat party when we get home, and Lawrence is buying.
You all go on ahead. I must speak with the bandit we captured.
Stage complete. I'll take it. That was just over, like a minute over.
I won't.
I had this.
This is.
Still good items. Money!
There you are, Lawrence. That took so long, I thought maybe that bandit general got you.
We had much to discuss, which I will share with all of you now.
Oh no.
Did you uncover the reason for their grudge against your father?
Indeed. As we suspected, they were once mercenaries in his employ. At first, they were used in the ways one might think, keeping villages safe, guarding the border, and so on. But one day, they were given a very strange order by a supposed envoy of my father.
What was the order?
They were told to threaten any merchants heading toward Regan and force them to turn back.
Yeah, that's a weird one, all right.
The mercenaries felt the same, and balked at the idea of raising their swords against unarmed merchants. Instead, they decided to chase a pack of wild monsters into the merchants' path and scare them that way.
Hey, smart thinking.
I'm not so sure about that.
The plan worked, at first. Then one day they caught wind that merchants were approaching and loosed monsters on them per the established method. An ordinary group of merchants would have simply run away and lived. But one among this group drew his sword and began to fight. This was Lord Godfrey, who at the time held the title of Duke Regan. He fought valiantly, but ultimately in vain. Sadly, he perished along with the merchants he had hoped to protect.
Merchants that included Raphael's parents.
So the former Duke Regan and Raphael's parents all died because of your dad, Lawrence?
So it would seem. I am terribly sorry, Raphael.
Hey, knock it off. You didn't do anything wrong.
As it happens, my parents were meant to accompany Godfrey that day, but they had a scheduling conflict and recommended that Raphael's parents go instead.
Not you too, Ignatz. Look, everybody. Kids aren't responsible for what their parents do.
Lawrence, do we know for sure that the order came from your father?
I was wondering the same thing. Your father was always protective of the nobility's reputation, and it seems strange he would do something so sneaky. And so anti-merchant beside.
Based on what the bandits said, I suspect it was someone from our house acting alone. By the time my father realized what was happening, the culprit had vanished, along with any hope of ever sussing out their true motives. Only the mercenaries remained, and my father had no choice but to punish them.
I bet they didn't care at all about what happened behind the scenes. Far as they were concerned, their employer betrayed them.
But I don't get how any of this has to do with you right now, Lawrence.
A feudal lord is responsible for all that happens within their realm. Therefore, anything left unresolved by my father falls by necessity to me. I would also like to pay appropriate reparations to both you and your family, as is fair and proper.
But I don't need anything from you. I can take care of my family plenty well on my own. Besides, I made my peace with what happened to my folks a long time ago. You can't change that now. All you can do is stir up a bunch of old, painful memories.
Yes, but still.
But nothing. I'm done talking about this. I'll still take my reward for beating up the bandits, though. Meat party. Remember? You promised me the finest ham in all the land. And just thinking about it's got me drool.
This does not sit right with me. What should I do?
Tell him to leave it be. Zip it and give Raphael his reward.
I think you'd better quit wallowing in the past and go fetch that ham you promised. Best to just leave it be. You too, Ignatz.
Right.
Very well. In that case, I shall arrange for the finest spread of meat the world has ever seen. I stake House Gloucester's very reputation on it.
Now that's the right thing to do.
Still feels a little weird to leave it like this, but I guess this is for the best.
New support combo available. I want to upgrade my weapons. What's anything in my activities? Ugh.
Hey there. Need something? Is this it? Is this it?
Do I have anything better than a steel axe? Oh, I have some killer axes in here.
Is this it? See you around.
Chore Master.
Care to make yourself useful?
Sure. We gotta organize the documents.
Counting on you.
I will finish it.
I will see it done. We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Sure.
I've got nothing to...
You'd work yourself. Of course, Your Majesty.
Perfect. Carnation. Okay.
You did it, Your Majesty. Unless you think I also partially did it, in which case, thank you. We did it together, and you... We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
There's no one in this one.
Counting on you. You have not... Well...
Oh, perfect. Okay.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Sure.
Counting on...
And you... Let's get it... We all must do our fair share.
I need to cook something.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Roast pheasant with berries? Okay.
the... No. For me?
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Oh, I got one more point. I gotta use it on something.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you. I... Sure.
We all must do our fair share.
Alright, time to see what this map's all about.
I'm glad we have returned to Enbarr. It's far warmer than the kingdom, for one. How are you doing, Your Majesty? I hope you've been getting some rest at least. It seems you never stop working unless someone physically pulls you away from it.
I've been getting more rest than Hubert, at least. We're here in the gardens, chatting, are we not?
Fair enough. And so I'm clear, even a sliver of your time is a blessing beyond all measure.
Simp!
Though I suggest you find a better point of comparison than Hubert for how hard you work.
This is the part where you nobles all crowd around a table slurping on tea, right? Seems like a good enough way to unwind a bit.
Tea? I wouldn't mind were it just myself and Her Majesty. Hmm? What's happening in the throne room?
Hubert, what's wrong?
Intruders in the palace, Your Majesty. They entered through one of the secret passages, and are even now attempting to hunt you down. I sent soldiers to intercept them. We should be prepared for anything.
Do you think it's those who slither in the dark?
I know not. But they could not have breached that passage without assistance from the inside, though there are only a few who know of that passage, and would be capable of acting as a guide. Your Majesty, might you kindly step this way?
Hubert, do you really think he would do that?
Hey, it's Shamir!
You're not getting away!
This shall be your grave, intruder!
Hubert, can you not? What the fuck is with the friendly fire? Did you just kill Monica? Oh, I thought she evaporated him for a second. I was like, oh shit.
You simpleton! Were you trying to annihilate me as well? Thanks to you, the assassin made their escape!
As though one of your paltry skill would have caught such elusive prey in the first place. What matters now is that we give pursuit. All trespassers must be felled without mercy.
It's a cool shot. Defeat Shamir. Edelgard is routed. Persuade Shamir. Ingenious formation. We don't need no rescue magic.
Why can't you just let me stay inside?
We have a duty to fulfill.
I'm ready to be battling.
Edelgard can't participate in this battle?
Another day, another stage to conquer.
Hubert? Fuck, Hubert's a fucking NPC. The whole class is participating.
Shamir, which means the...
It's burning
I
time
forgot
to
to,
shine.
forgot to check the... This is probably good. I'll set it at 16.
Sure hope this.
There's not a question. Leave this to me.
So, what should I be doing? Sure, let's try it.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Not a problem. Oh, if I not. Leave this to me.
Leave this one to me.
That's my cue.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over the attackers.
They must be the Knights of Ceros's assassins. We must protect Her Majesty with everything we have.
Stop the enemy incursion. Seal up those entry points before reinforcements arrive. Lady Edelgard, I must ask that you remain in the throne room where it will be easier to defend you and predict enemy movements. As your protection will require my full attention, I will remain here at your side.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Out of the way! Though I am reluctant to do this, I can see no other choice. Not a problem. I've got it.
Begin the...
I am your man.
Anything for
The
the
enemy stronghold will be ours. It was careless to be allowing assassins inside. We must exterminate them with much haste.
There is not a question of can. Leave this to me.
It's Bernie's time to shine. Sure, I will gladly handle this.
About time.
Invigorating Spirit. Swinging Fury.
Peace, good intruder. I assure you, I'm no fighter.
So, what should I be doing again?
Says the wolf in sheep's clothes. But sure, whatever. Where's the Emperor?
I got this.
Don't hold them nice and safe until they came barging in.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Oh, if I must. Take a breather.
Oh.
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
It's Bernie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes okay.
Shamir. Shamir Neveround.
You're not my target, which means you're wasting my time.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Ah, Linhardt. It seems you're actually willing to work when the Emperor's life is on the line.
Could you imagine the headaches if she died? Not that you don't already work every second of the day.
I can't waste another minute.
Slippery creature. Let's stay on guard.
Over here! More intruders!
Oh my god!
Talus teams with enemies.
So...
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
There is not a question.
So... What's your... Sure,
There is not a question of can. Forward! There is not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Not a problem.
Trust them.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over me.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Man.
Is there even... Unreal, I can be alone?
My turn.
More?
This stronghold will fall. Out of the way.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Take this.
The enemy stronghold will be ours.
Ilgar can take care of herself.
Capture this stronghold. Out of the way.
Not a problem.
The enemy is trying to seize the fire orbs.
Stand down! If they succeed, they'll be able to target Her Majesty. You can't let that happen. I'll claim the Emperor's head myself!
Oh my god!
Enemy poses a nasty threat. Dispatch her at once. This stronghold will fall.
These aren't assassins. They're an army.
There's so many enemies!
This'll be amazing.
If you've come for me, I'll make you regret it.
Oh, I failed the side mission.
Not good.
We're sitting ducks now.
Everyone to me! I will walk you to the Emperor's hiding place!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Well, that can't be good. He's going to use magic to send in attackers.
Leave this one to me. That's my...
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches...
Take a breather.
I see there is no depth the Church will not sink to. I must do something.
I'm glad we took care of those reinforcements. The last thing I want is more work.
Not a problem. lets us with the true problem at hand. Will not escape our clutches this time.
They're really keeping the heat on. Alright, time for another approach.
Enough of this. It seems clear the enemy won't come out of hiding until I do.
That may be true, Your Majesty. But is it wise to place yourself in such peril?
It's too close. We best stay on our guard, Your Majesty.
I have you. There's not a question of can.
About time.
I'll take over.
I won't lose. I will capture this stronghold.
Got him.
I'm all right. I won't lose.
Edelgard's nearly routed.
Be my resting place. It can't be.
Leave this one to me. That's my key.
Begin. The sky.
Where's Linhart?
Oh, if I must.
Physics.
Leave this to me.
My turn. I am your about time.
All right.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue. It's Birdie's time. Sure hope this. I will gladly hand. Oh, here goes.
Take a breath. I am your man. Try and stop me.
He's dead.
I am Ferdinand Fun.
I will gladly handle this. Orders. It's Birdie's time to shine. Sure.
Not a problem.
Caught one. Do it.
Whoa!
It's a trap.
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of will.
Get those gates open.
Forward, march!
This'll be amazing.
Take me all you want. That should do for now.
Oh my God!
Skies were meant to be secured. I am told we have a traitor in our midst.
Catherine's here too? What kind of chapter is this?
It's brave of you to try and lure us out, but such courage will cost you your life.
Thunder, Catherine. It seems Rhea is not playing around.
I'm all right.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
got this.
I'll take over.
No mercy to the Archbishop's enemies! I'll kill you all!
Yeah, right.
You're taking a beating, Captain. But don't worry, I've got your back.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god! Thoron!
I heard you picked the Knights of Seros, yet here you are.
Well, someone's done their research. But yeah, I'm just another mercenary now.
Then let me make you an offer. Come work for us, and we will spare Catherine's life.
Don't listen to him, Shamir!
I'll take on anyone! Apologies.
Even the two of us isn't enough. Run, Catherine. I'm staying.
Don't make me drag you out of here, Shamir.
Go before I kill you myself.
Damn it.
Good. We have a contract.
Recruited Shamir.
The threat has been quelled, but we allowed them far too much leeway. The situation calls for careful reflection.
Still, you saved my life, which means my path for the future remains intact. Thank you.
That was hard.
Hubert, did you hear? My father has
Oh, there's the traitor.
vanished. Yes. We should have killed the dastard when we had the chance.
All I can say is that I wished my father to be tried fair, but now it is clear that will never happen.
I could excoriate you further, but we lack the time. We must get to the bottom of this, and quickly. The Knights of Seros descended on us with the fury I have rarely seen. In all that confusion, even a bear could have slipped away without raising an alarm.
I would not go so far as to call them conspirators, but my father had many old friends in the palace. Some may have turned a blind eye. They should be found and questioned.
I agree. That is one possibility. Though there is another. Yes, well. Now that we have a fugitive on our hands, I intend to make full use of it. This situation affords us a chance to remedy another.
If that is the beginning of a scheme, Hubert, you do a terribly poor job of veiling it.
It is no concern of yours. Not yet, at any rate.
Right. Lovely. Well, so long as whatever you're planning has Edelgard's blessing and will be of aid to the Empire, I will brook no complaint.
All will be revealed in time.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I'm a short on enemies defeated. Alright, whatever. Fuck you, dude.
This is not what I expected.
Well, would you look at that?
Battle does have its benefit.
I won't.
Shamir.
I'm told the secret passage they used was sealed off centuries ago.
Yes. The palace floor plans failed to even show it.
I'm shocked the Church knew of its existence.
In the age of Saros, the Empire and Church were intimately related. It's safe to assume the Central Church took pains to retain its information from the time.
I shudder to think what other inconvenient secrets they might be privy to.
Yes. Well, based on the scale of the attack, they must have seen this as their first and only chance. Ah, there you are.
And they said you wanted to talk?
Yes. I believe I owe you an apology.
Oh, yeah? What for?
To be blunt, I thought you were with the enemy. I had you pegged for an informant, planted among us by those who slither in the dark. It was not an unreasonable assumption. You enter Her Majesty's life at the perfect time, allure her with your strength, and choose our house to study with. And oh, surprise! You have dark powers. It was all too much to dismiss as mere coincidence.
It was at Hubert's suggestion that I appointed you captain of our mercenary unit. He felt this would allow us to quietly assess your abilities and allegiances, and I agreed. I know I told you I did this because I believed in you and your strength, but the decision was somewhat more nuanced than that. I'm sorry.
The moment I got wind of this attack, I immediately thought of you. This is it, I thought. The traitor has sprung the trap, and now the Emperor's life is in danger. But instead, you thwarted the assassination attempt and kept Your Majesty safe. I was wrong about you. Deeply so. And for that, I am ashamed beyond measure. Pray forgive me.
Accept his apology.
Don't worry about it. I would have done the same. Honestly, I thought it was weird how quick you both trusted me. Good to finally know the reason behind it all.
That does not excuse our actions. We had no right to deceive you as we did, but I swear, we will make amends. You have but to let us know how.
You can start by trusting, or if that's not in the cards, have the decency to tell me you don't to my face. At least then I'll know where I stand.
I doubt doing so would have changed anything. But I understand the sentiment. We will attempt to be better going forward.
Be better? Really?
Hubert, why not just promise to be more forthright?
Because that might make me a liar. Let me speak plain. I no longer believe you to be working with the enemy. However, that does not necessarily mean the possibility is now non-existent.
Hubert.
Well, I guess I did ask for honesty. But look, do you guys trust me or not?
Of course we trust you.
Or I do at least. So please, let us begin this relationship anew on solid ground.
It is now 1182. The great war Edelgard instigated has swept across Fodlan and looks more grim with each passing day. The Empire struggles to hold Aryan Road to the west and the Great Bridge to the east. The kingdom cannot bring western lands to heal. Even the Alliance must face changing times. The Central Church sends the Knights of Saros to the Imperial capital to assassinate the Emperor, but fails. Roughly half a year passes before the tides show any true sign of shifting.
Part 1's over? That was awesome.
Scarlet Blaze. Shifting history.
The emblem's all chipped and cracked now.
5 months have passed since the attack on the Emperor, and 1182 nears a close. Though each army schemes, the battle maps barely change. But now, history is about to resume its course.
Today is a momentous day in Fodlan's history that people will mark for generations to come.
Are we doing a pact? Hell yeah!
Why do you look so conflicted?
I'm not conflicted, Claude. I'm just painfully aware of how much stronger I need to be. That's why I'm counting on you and the Alliance to make up the difference.
Hey, I've got feeling unprepared down to a science, so let's say we help each other out. If we work together, we can achieve what's best for both of us, right?
Indeed.
I have reviewed the terms, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seal.
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of murder.
You've done fine work here, Hubert. Thanks. And thanks to you as well, Holst. You know I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I've never known you to shy away from ceremonial affairs like this, but it is the most significant pact since the founding of the Leicester Alliance, so your caution was most prudent. I must admit, I was quite nervous. Thankfully, I managed not to follow it up.
You surely jest. You did your work masterfully, without batting an eye. I am truly impressed that Leicester's most valiant general is so well versed in diplomacy.
Don't be insulting, Hubert. Sir Holst is a duke. A man can be brave in battle and still know how to get things done. Take our Minister of Military Affairs, for example.
A man for whom the term looks can be deceiving was likely invented.
Speaking of Count Burgleys, where is he? I thought he'd be here so we could go head-to-head. We never did get to finish our battle.
I'm afraid the Count couldn't make it, but perhaps you'd consider my bodyguard instead. I'm certain you'll find the choice to your liking. Is this your first time meeting, by the way?
It is. Well, friend, care to go around?
They say this Holst character is the strongest man in Leicester. But is he as strong as the Ashen Demon?
Accept it.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Now that's what I like to hear.
I hope you mean later and not this very second. It would be a shame to get blood all over this nice paperwork.
Yes. All eyes are on us. We must make this a grand gesture and show our soldiers that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Well, let's get to it. As leader of all the lords and knights who sit at the round table of the Leicester Alliance, I, Claude von Regan, hereby swear this pact. Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for—
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact.
Wow.
Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Alliance to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
Goodness, look how far you've risen. You're standing on the stage of history. I know you'll do great things. Yes, and greater things still.
Right then, we've got plenty of bright new faces here at the round table today. First, a brand new count ruling Gloucester. And Duke Goneril and Count Ordelia have decided that their heirs will sit for them.
Unfortunately, Lawrence and Lysithea can't join us, due to their response.
I called you here to give you notice. The Leicester Alliance is assenting to the Empire's request and sending troops to the Kingdom front. Houses Regan, Gloucester, and Daphne will be supplying most of the soldiers. And instead of the usual route through Aelel, we'll be invading Fraldarius directly by sea.
You're staying behind, right, Holst?
Indeed I am. Almyra is still an unknown quantity, and we've no idea if or when Prince Shahid might stage another attack. And the same goes for House Ordelia. They've had more than their share of troubles on their border. We agreed that shipping their army away might not be the most prudent of ideas.
And that's all she wrote. You'll find the details in the document you've all been given. I wish the kingdom would see there between a rock named Adrestia and a hard place named Leicester and throw that white flag high, but of course they won't. So good luck, everyone. I'm counting on you.
And so, the Alliance has agreed to bring their troops to bear and attack the kingdom from the east. At the same time, we will resume our invasion from the west, using Aryan Road as a foothold. We'll subjugate the kingdom's lords, one by one, as we work our way toward Blaken.
News of the pact will doubtless have spread throughout the kingdom by now. Provided enough houses see the futility in fighting, we may be able to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. However, that is likely wishful thinking. We should instead expect the worst and prepare accordingly.
You think? Some of them already bent the knee to us once, along with Count Rowe. Wouldn't they jump at a chance to swap sides again?
An idea I am certain has already occurred to the king. Lately we have been scrambling to reorganize, dealing with an attack by the Knights of Seros and negotiating a pact with Leicester. And during that time, the winds of purgation have swept across Fargest. In one fell swoop, the king has expunged most of the nobles likely to align with us.
Oh.
Still, it's us and the Alliance against him, which means we've got the advantage. What's there to worry about?
The concern isn't that we'll lose. It's that winning might come at the cost of too many lives. What an utterly pointless, senseless thing to do.
Whatever our intent, we're the instigators here. We can't expect the enemy to do anything less than defend their land with tooth and claw.
Speak for yourself. If someone invaded my territory, I'd hand over lands and titles on a silver platter. Especially if I had no chance of winning.
There is truly no other noble like you, Leonhard. And perhaps no person at all for that matter. Regardless, we must proceed with caution.
Alright.
When people think someone is after what they possess, they respond with fear. Even if the thought is all in their head. In the eyes of the people of Fargus, there is no limit to what evils the Empire might visit upon them.
My father started saying he can't sleep because he's scared the old church is coming to Garrett Mach to kill him. From the sound of my mother's letters, he's really shaken up.
Remember that the kingdom has much coldness. We must not forget to be bundling up like people of the snow. Our Petra is always ready for what lies ahead. I wish I had better understanding of your Fodlan ways, so I could be giving more assistance to everyone.
Don't worry about it, Petra. With all the different factions in this thing, even we have a hard time keeping it straight. This almost seems so backward compared to the way things were in Brigid.
In any case, the battles ahead will be more brutal than any we have yet fought.
Yeah, let's go!
Die out for both yourselves and each other. That is all. Dismissed.
It's a miracle I've made it this far with everyone still
These things aren't
intact.
gonna be so easy anymore. We're under some real pressure to win.
Oh. No. You can now acquire the following class at the training grounds: Zesura, Emperor. You can now exchange for a wider variety of facility materials at the supply depot. New exam seals are available. Some units gained equipment and battalions. Central Row Territory, former Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Oh, I have a new base camp. Look at this. Everything's all built up now.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Give me all of these. They're all mine, all of them.
Everything has its use.
Where's the item shop?
I carry a little of everything here.
Master Seals.
Quality, friend.
They're finally here, the Master Seals. They're free! I am Count Rowe. I'm charged with safeguarding on the road the Silver Maiden. I must repay the Empire for saving me. I value all I can. By the way, have you heard the rumors of the savage Mockingbird? I let him go once, but I must find him again at all costs. Mercedes. Our soldiers will soon march toward the Western Kingdom. I heard we'll be passing through Dominic territory. Baron Dominic is in it. He's well, my friend's uncle if we end up hurting him. I know she'll never forgive us, but there's nothing we can do, right? It's all up to fate now. Manuela?
Could you spare
It's been quite an eventful 6 months. Do you want to hear what happened? You see, Edelgard asked me to assist her. While I was working, I got a numerous ardent propositions from the men in the court. Take her seriously. And then what happened? Every one of them had a wife and child, if you can believe it. Turns out they were asking me to help them with their work because of my talents in the political sphere. They got some gall. Rip. Caspar. You're a thriving Caspar. Use your strength to crush the enemy. You understand that is your duty, right? Of course. We need to keep our allies safe too. I am Caspar, the Emperor's sword and shield.
Time to work you into shape.
Oops, wrong button. Masterclass certification is not active. Fuck. We gotta go up here. Randolph?
Nice one.
We're finally moving again. Gotta take down the kingdom this time. I actually wanted to bring down the alliance too, but we couldn't do much about that now that we're working together. Gerald's mercenaries present our biggest problem now. If only there was a way to get them on our side. I hope we'll be able to concentrate mainly on the royal army and steer clear of the other mercenaries. I wonder if we could come up with a diversion that would draw them off the battlefield. There you are. We shall begin the meeting at once. Come with me. Battle suggestions. What the fuck is this? Does anyone have any suggestions regarding how to prepare for battle? At the start of each chapter from here on out, your allies may offer you battle suggestions. When the suggestion is implemented, the ally who made the suggestion will have bolstered morale and increased support points with you. If you implement a suggestion, its effects will last until the end of the chapter. You can check the effects of an implemented suggestion by selecting Camp Info.
I have a strategy.
Focus on developing flexible sword and technique. Slightly increase the classic strength gain.
I have a proposition.
Focus on developing destructive power to improve axe technique.
Hey, so hear me out.
Focus on developing close combat skills to improve brawling technique. Slightly increase the classic.
What if we tried this?
I'll go with Petros and Manuela's.
Just leave everything to me.
Shall we? What do you think?
You've been keeping busy. I hope you're ready to push on toward the victory. This may be a fierce battle. It's possible we could lose any one of our close comrades. I would suggest treasuring the moments we have now and spending any time with them while you can. Thinking about my friends reminds me of my old mercenary band. Actually, I made a little something when I first became a full-fledged mercenary. Might not be a bad idea to give that to someone. It'll be my way of saying I'll always be there for him. Merc Whistle. Given that ally Merc Whistle, in return they'll give you their special accessory. Put on an accessory and your unique action ability will be overwritten with that of the unit who gave you the accessory. Only allies with an A support level with Shez can receive a Merc Whistle. You'll only acquire one Merc Whistle per playthrough, so think carefully about whom you want to give it to. Got it.
Do you have a moment?
Was once part of the Empire, as it was known as the Mock region. Meanwhile, in the land of the north, Fargus was taken from Snarg, as was Duskar. Those who side with the Central Church boast that the goddess granted them this land, but ultimately no one owns the land. Whoever is in power at any given moment simply exercises their control. Okay.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
I need lavish building materials and elite training gear.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Randolph has been working hard these past 6 months. He's not only been training, but he's been studying tactics too. He's going to be such a huge help. He used to be unreliable, but now I can say with all my heart that he's our rock. I'm so proud of him. Monica? It isn't my savior. You're looking well. Have you come to ask me for a favor? Shrug it off. I might be more inclined to do so if you stop calling me that, though. I didn't mean to offend, but very well I'll treat you to anyone. Okay. I've been accompanying Lawrence on his travels around Leicester. I even managed to visit my family at one point. I haven't seen them in such a long time, so I'm glad I got the chance. It made me homesick all over again, but I plan on refocusing. Okay. With permission from Her Majesty, I want to speak with Duke Regan. As you know, House Gloucester's territory extends right into the center of Leicester. The alliance has taken on another odd shape at present due to that. We are currently considering exchanging the northern part of Gloucester for Ardelia territory. However, I highly doubt that plan will come to fruition for a while, as much more than a redrawing of lines on a map, you see. Ash. The kingdom has its own reasons for fighting, just like the Empire. I don't want to fight them, but I don't want us to surrender. I have to tell myself that every day I made the right choice. I guess these things are never that clear-cut, are they? Bro, Ash has just been miserable the whole time ever since I recruited him. I feel like I made a mistake.
Did you hear?
We took Yarmok easily, though there were some casualties. That's why some of us didn't consider the Night Stairs to be a formidable threat. There was a massive attack 6 months ago. Yeah, fuck them. They locked Linhardt and Caspar in a fucking room, and I had to panic the whole time to get them out. Fucking 200 IQ big brain strats. What if I just locked the doors on you guys?
Got a sec?
Do you know that Leicester used to be a part of the Empire? Then they rebelled against us and got occupied by the kingdom and eventually won their independence. And now they're working with the Empire again. I got something to tell you. I saw my little sister and my grandpa for the first time in ages. Maya, my little sister's gotten taller too. She looks like our ma from behind. I definitely got a little misty, but I should make sure she didn't see. Okay.
Excuse me.
Are we still seeing each other? Are your skills sharp? Home was very good. I went to the ocean and forest like when I was a child and said hello to the spirits. Ask about the spirits. They are, but spirits are everywhere. You can be praying for their protection too. Okay. Arval?
What do you think?
How did it feel going in the battlefield again? Were you overcome with sentimentality? It was exciting. There's been more strife in Ferdiad since we successfully defended Aryan Road. The little bird told me that the royal army brought down and executed a court agent in Cornelia. Cornelia is dead? Holy shit! Word has it that she's been working alongside Lord Arundel and those who slither in the dark. It's finally time. Everyone's so sort of relaxed and upbeat now. I feel the same. Crack a joke. Everyone's so bright I can barely see. I'm stuck on an invisible wall. Linhart? I know logically why we cannot be privy to when the fighting will resume, but to be honest, I wish I'd been informed much earlier about this recommencement. There's nothing more nerve-wracking than having a break that could end at any moment. When we alighted with Leicester, I thought it would be a good opportunity to return home, but my adoptive father wouldn't allow. He said I need to concentrate on working for the Empire right now. Guess his intentions. So he's trying to make your family known to the Emperor. It's possible my adoptive father thinks the Empire will soon control all of Leicester. The Western Church is obeying the policies of the Empire and Southern Church, but don't trust them. They've been treating the Archbishop with such hostility. I can easily see them causing trouble, and that scares me. The Rhodios coast to the north of Mantea's territory is when we will be invading. The land is associated with Saint Chicol, one of the four saints. There are rumors that a holy artifact lies beneath a monument on the coast. But I imagine the Royal Army would have taken it years ago if it were any use. I'm gonna check a monument. Happy?
Listen up.
Of course a fight breaks out the second I go back to Garrett Mock. I'm glad I managed to make it back in time. What's you doing? Didn't I tell you I used to live underneath the monastery? I just wanted to check on it, see if it was doing okay. Life in the Imperial capital was rough. My pockets didn't get any fuller, I'll tell you that. And obviously I wasn't going to pick any fights since I'm working closely with Your Majesty.
What? For real?
You gotta give me more credit. Okay, I showed surprise, so I didn't believe him. Shamir! Until the war begins again. No need to worry, I'm not going to betray you. Okay, yeah, definitely worried. I'm still kind of worried. You're going to be going up against some of your old friends. It's a needless concern, but I can see that. I had a feeling this day would come. I see things very differently from those knights. They have different standards on who ought to protect and who's good or evil. To think that an honorable duke such as yourself would deign speak with someone like me, I doubt I can be of any use, but please, what business do you have? You have changed greatly, Constance. I cannot imagine what you must have been through.
I'm sorry, but no.
I'm not worthy of your concern, my lord. The events of my life are exactly what you would expect for someone of my lowly stature. I apologize. Perhaps we should continue this conversation at a later date. Bernadetta, why are you in a house? I'm so useless now. I've been away from battle for too long. I can't even remember how to hold a weapon. I should just stand in the back. How long have you been there? Did you hear what I said? I've been practicing what I'd say to Edelgard. I feel like crawling into a hole and never coming out. Alright. Have fun. I've been trying to track my father these past 6 months, but I have not picked up any leads. It's like he's vanished into thin air, and I wonder what he is and where he's doing. He's probably plotting to come back. Lysithea? 6 whole months and not so much as peep from them. Even after we came all this way to Enbarr, I'm quite disappointed. Encourage your lads to use hope. That doesn't mean they're not going to show. They might pop up later. I need to talk to Yuritsa, and there's like 2 other NPCs I missed. I don't think I've talked to Hubert yet. Hubert. The past 6 months, the kingdom has not continued their attempts to recapture Ironwood. They have said poured all their efforts into managing the nobles in the western regions. Nobles find loyalty wavering, replacing lords and imposing adoptions, delivering hostage strategic marriages. They may have been quite thorough, but what could be possibly worth such strenuous efforts to protect the kingdom? It has to be the kingdom, right? Fargus would never be the same again. Okay, I would give the wrong answer, but it's fine. I gotta talk to Gatekeeper. I haven't talked to Gatekeeper at all. Oop. Count Gloucester's retired now. Can you guess what he's been doing? Fishing in the Armored River for the Great Bridge of Murden. My friend who helps to manage the bridge was complaining they don't know what to do with him. Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. There's been a lot of happening in the capital, but now we've got an alliance with Leicester. So let's keep our spirits rich and we'll fight on together. Yuritsa? Listen. It's a pity we cannot battle the alliance, but there are skilled individuals within the church and the kingdom. Thunder Catherine, the King of Fargus, and the Archbishop Rhea. Good luck.
So be it.
There's one NPC I missed up here. Our Lord venerates Her Majesty, but I find that hard to accept. My family lost our hereditary position because of Her Majesty's reforms. Our duties were merely nominal, but we received compensation for them, and now all that is gone. Our Lord just laughed and said, of course we'd be removed, but we barely did anything. Ta. Alright. War map time. There's Anna. The Kingdom Army is mounting a renewed offensive against the small strongholds near Aryan Road. Protect them and blunt the enemy's momentum. A foreign tome and 5,400 gold. Okay. After this, I think I'm going to call it a night. Oh, this is a small map. Shez, you can't come on this one. You're terribly overleveled.
Step toward victory.
No one's really good against the enemies here. Oh, Hubert.
Kneel before Her Majesty.
Save. What's the time limit? 7 minutes? Yeah, you're back to the usual 7-minute mark. My God. I'll never do that.
No guts, no glory.
We have to leave this one to me.
I wonder if I could just send Dorothea off on her own early and just see if she can do it.
Here I go. No mistake. They must learn who.
Right then. Let us go to work.
Strengthen our defenses.
There's never a disadvantage with me around.
Invigorating Spirit.
We'll have these defenses.
Swinging Fury. Yeah! Casper is such a fucking absolute unit.
I'd rather be attacking than defending. I still find this whole affair to be very lame.
Hey, he leveled. He's got 7,000 health.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
We'll use this place as a launching point for our next assault.
How does that please you?
Not yet.
No.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
A messenger is calling for reinforcements.
Here I go. They must learn. Here goes.
Stand back.
I got it. Meyer.
Looks like that's it for us.
Any final words?
My strength is yours.
Death T. Yeah! Oh wow, instantly killed him! Dark Mage is overpowered. Too bad there's only like 3 people in the game that can actually use it.
We won't lose, no matter what.
Any final words? I feel no mercy.
Nearly routed, what the fuck? Edelgard, what are you doing?
No mistake. They must
Retreat!
That fool could not even see how outmatched they were.
I always feel more at ease with
He got routed.
more bitter and black as coffee.
Be gone!
Are you kidding me?
Lady Edelgard's enemies will be eliminated.
Come on, Hubert, look excited for once.
Alright, there's too many enemies, I'm just gonna kill them all.
To kill, I feel no mercy.
Edelgard.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Be gone! Any final words?
You'll have to take things from here.
I feel no mercy.
Count Garrett has appeared.
Any final words?
Alright.
Right then. Let us go to it.
This'll be a
Watch this.
Here goes.
I'll do it with Dorothea. It'll be easy. Thoron. Thoron again.
I got this.
Got him. Thoron. Whoops. I got it.
Apologies.
I got this.
No, come back. Thoron. It's over. We win.
I will long remember the sight of our enemies' dejected faces.
Oh. Perfect. First go. Foreign tome.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Shout out to Hubert. He killed a whole bunch of people midway through the fight. Lots of money from these new chapters. Wow. Oh, we had a cutscene like we always do after the first mission in a chapter. Oh, it's Claude.
We've finished laying out where the troops will be positioned, Claude. But, are you sure about this?
Am I sure about what?
This isn't even remotely like a standard attack formation. It's like you're going out of your way to limit casualty.
Not true. The moment the enemy drops their guard, we'll swarm them like a pack of bees.
And if they don't drop their guard?
Then I guess we'll just sit here making angry faces at each other.
Okay, come on. This strategy is not helpful.
Look, just by being here, we're drastically reducing the number of Kingdom soldiers the Imperial Army has.
Right. You just have to sit there, dude, and look intimidating.
We don't have to kick our troops into action until the Empire has marched further north. Once they're positioned to seize bladed territory, that's when we'll move.
And if it all goes wrong, the losses could have catastrophic consequences for the future of the Alliance.
I'm not used to you being so worried about the big picture, Hilda. You've grown.
I wasn't going to stay a kid forever, you know.
Apparently not. I'm impressed.
Look, Hilda, I promise you, your fears are misplaced this time. The Empire's already compensated us for any potential losses, and will continue to do so. You don't think I would have signed that fancy pact if they weren't taking care of us, right?
Sure, but are they good for their word? Because I have doubts about that. I want to believe the pact will hold. I really do. But they strike me as folks who won't think twice about sticking an axe between your shoulders if the situation calls for it.
Fortunately, I can be pretty ruthless myself when it suits me. If I don't like something the Empire is doing, it might even be me who ends up breaking the pact.
If that's supposed to make me feel better, it is absolutely not working.
Easy, easy. I'm just throwing out a what if here. Just promise that you'll always have my back, even when things look their worst, all right? I need you.
Oh, fine. But only because it's you.
Hey, it's the Kingdom.
The Imperial Army marches on western Fargest.
Just when we'd brought peace back to the area too. We should get ready to provide aid at once.
Rodrigue has already been dispatched to Mateus, along with all the soldiers I can currently spare. And I've sent Annette and Gustav to the Baron's side. Though if it's for better or worse is yet to be seen. I don't doubt we'd all ride to the rescue if we could. But that's clearly not possible given—
Agreed. Now that Claude's joined up with the enemy, we can't risk doing anything foolish. If we move our soldiers even a breath away from the northeast, the Alliance will be all over us.
All we can do now is divide our forces to keep the enemy in check and meet their attacks as they come.
Hey, it's Margrave Gautier.
We never should have let this happen in the first place. But who could have seen the Empire and Alliance forming such a union?
Boar, are you seriously going to just stand by and watch? They'll overrun us if we don't stem the tide.
Though it smacks of desperation, I'm told the Western Front has enlisted the services of Gerald's mercenaries.
Oh my God.
The same band that carried the battle at Madrid Way. So I hope we can make good use of them again.
Is this really the plan? Burn through mercenaries while we hole up here?
Do try not to be so grim. The Empire has pushed rapid reforms on the land over these last— Not everyone was happy to have such changes thrust upon them. And that includes their new friends in the Alliance. The Empire is leaning over the Kingdom with such greed that they might yet trip over their own feet.
Do you think there will be revolts?
I'm certainly not going to plan my strategy around it. But there have been whispers. Yet the old ways must die. With that I agree. But shove that down the people's throats, and you risk breaking the very land you're trying to rule.
Yes. We've grappled for years with the aftermath of trying to enact reform.
Change is a painful process. But rushed change will set the region to rot from the inside out.
I wonder why they're so intent on doing this the quick and dirty way.
It's difficult to say. Perhaps were things different, we might have found some common ground. Some harmonious way forward. But I've lost too many I care about to this war. Ingrid chief among them. When I think about what they fought for, what they died for, there can be no turning back.
Dimitri's going post-time skip in the main game. I can feel it. Alright, what do we get? Your contract from a battalion guild is there. Take the Albanian vagabonds. Some supportive civilians have offered to furnish you with supplies. You stopped by a store in town that has all kinds of items. Sure.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
Yes, master classes are unlocked.
Let me know.
Let's go. Let's go get master classes. Time to be good at the game.
What's up?
Yeah, he was here to talk to the other guy, but now he's going back east. He's kind of interested in you too.
Time to work you into shape.
Asura. Oh, wow.
Well, this'll take some getting.
Change class. Edelgard, Emperor. That's a cool design.
I always strive to improve.
Backbone replaced with Emperor's Ploy. I have enough for one more master class. Oh, I'm out of Master Seals. Oops.
With proper training, you'll be
Oops. You wanted to increase your classes more? Sorry. Too bad. New support combo with who? Oh god, there's a lot of them. Oh god, I don't want to do all this right now. I'm gonna call it here. It's been a solid 2.5 hour stream, and I streamed for an hour earlier. I think we're good. We'll go through this chapter next time. I did 2 chapters today, and one of them was super short, but it was scary as fuck.